Since it is currently hurricane season and we have a storm on the way, we thought it might be a good idea to show you what our hurricane prep might look like at Publix. We haven't really been through a major hurricane since moving down here, praise the Lord, but we have been through some hurricanes. They just weren't like huge major ones. But throughout all the storms and hurricanes we have been through, we've kind of developed a go-to list of things to make sure we have on hand, just in case it is worse than they say it is. A few things we're gonna get: batteries, water, things like that. But we're gonna go into Publix, kind of show you what our kit looks like, I guess you could say. And if anybody else has items that they get, feel free to share. Comment below. Hopefully, everybody stays safe out there. Let's go check it out. We like going to this Publix in Apopka because it's one of their newer ones, so they have a lot more items and it's a little bit more organized, but that's where we're heading today. It seems like a lot of people are here right now. We usually make the mistake of not getting a cart and then our hands are full, so we're just gonna get a cart today. Obviously, in any kind of storm, there is a possibility that electricity could go out, so want to try to stay away from obviously the refrigerated items and go more towards just the items you can throw in the pantry. Now, we already have like 5 of these at home. We're going to get one more, but any of these waters over here, if you have pets, it's really good to get because they will still have water regardless of the storm. We have like 5 of these at home and have refilled them, so we're just going to only get one today. And if you do wait till basically the day of the storm, a lot of things are going to be out. Luckily, it's just timber and ice, so we don't need a whole lot of stuff, but there's still plenty of water here. If you don't have some form of cooler, it would probably be good to pick one up. We have several coolers, so we're not going to do that, but they do have coolers here at Publix. Down the chip aisle now, we like getting a few bags of chips and things like that, just so that we have them on hand. I like popcorn, so I'm gonna get some already popped popcorn. Plenty of chip options here. I do like the Smart Food popcorn. That's kind of a go-to. Pretzels are good. These baked cheddar and sour cream, really good. Another thing for dog owners, if you do the no salt added green beans, that's always good to have on hand. I know our dogs love those, so I'm gonna grab a couple cans of those. As we figured, it is really busy in here right now, but luckily we don't need a whole lot of stuff, and I don't think the storm's gonna be as bad where we're at. But if you are in the path of it, be sure just to take the be sure to take the time to get plenty of items that you need. What'd you get? Oh yeah, that's your go-to, huh? Now, you can get by without warming that stuff up if you had to.
We've got a grill though.
True. Make sure you've got propane. That's a good point. Timber grabbed some fig bars, gluten-free right here. Those are always good to have on hand.
The other like granola bars.
Any of the granola bars. This really has nothing to do with a hurricane, but I love cream of wheat. I've mentioned it before. If you've never tried these Snack Factory honey mustard bites, really good. Love them. I just missed that, but the lights flickered. We're gonna try to pick it up a little bit because I think in the next hour or two is when the winds are supposed to pick up and also rain. I believe, I don't know if you can hear it on here or not, but the rain is pouring down currently right now. Oops. Waited a little too long. Toiletry items, batteries, all those things are good to load up on. And at this Publix, yes, I was thinking about getting some AA. But you've got also cat litter if you need cat litter, cat food, dog food, all that stuff. But we're gonna get some AA batteries. We have plenty of like AAAs and stuff at home. I'm just gonna get some AA's just to have on hand. Also, flashlights, good to have on hand. Definitely Always need flashlights just in case.
And all of that stuff is like tax-free at the beginning of June.
That's true. I think that's the start date, yes. One thing we really like getting from Publix, these dog bones right here. The dogs love them. 2 for $8. So gonna get a couple of those because that'll give them something to do. They also have some other things. Look at that big thing down there. Jeez. It's also smart, which we have some at home, but to get like some plastic spoons and forks just in case, some paper plates, paper cups. But it's always good to have those. We have some of those at home. It's also good to maybe get just a small thing of toilet paper and a small thing of paper towels. Don't necessarily need to like go all out. We already have these at home, so we're not, but just kind of talking through it here. But don't need to go all out and panic and buy the whole store, but just get a few things and maybe some Kleenexes. Now being at Publix, sweet treats are always a good thing here. So they do have donuts. There's custard filled. And then they've got really good cookies, desserts, those things you can just, I don't know if you heard that thunder or not, but those are some things that you can just munch on. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Bananas are a pretty popular item to grab. So you can see a lot of them are gone because it's good to have on hand. And if you happen to come to this Publix, they do have a really nice like deli section where they do the sandwiches and stuff. And you could always order a pub sub, which we did a video on. We did a full tour of Publix and also got a pub sub. You go ahead and order one of those to take home too, because that wouldn't be too bad to just have right now on your way home. Keep it there. Getting a rotisserie chicken's also a good idea if you're gonna eat it right away. They do have a lot of flavors here. Look at this Mardi Gras flavor. Lemon pepper, mojo, original. Every Publix also has a really good, like, I guess you'd call it a discounted section at the front. So lots of buy one, get ones at this one. It is currently pouring down rain. This one also has a little like seating area up top that if you get a pub sub, you could go eat at, but yeah, it's pouring down rain right now. We did need a couple more groceries for the week, not necessarily just for a hurricane storm. Another tip would be obviously if you have kids, make sure you get the appropriate baby food or diapers or whatever you need. And then also another tip would be put some water in a baggie and freeze it. You are a big fan of their fountain drink section over there. Got a few extra things, but hopefully that was helpful if it's your first time going through hurricane season here in Florida. Looks like it kind of slowed down for a little bit here. Yeah, a little bit. We're gonna go run to the car. A storm has rolled in, that's for sure. Getting pelted in the face right now. Driving home, still have a light rain on us. The wind so far hasn't done a whole lot, but right when we get home, we're gonna bring in a few items, loose items. I don't really see that the wind's blowing right now at all. We still, it's supposed to be later tonight, I think. It's currently Sunday, so.
I think they said it wasn't even supposed to start until 3, really.
It's currently 1:15. All right, so that is kind of our little impromptu Publix run to get a few hurricane prep items. Luckily, again, we're not supposed to be in really as bad of a storm as it could be, but whoever is in the path, please be careful. Please take caution on everything. If you are in one of the counties that is supposed to be evacuate. And if you have pets, kids, get the appropriate items. You had some tips. I know I mentioned one earlier of freezing water in baggies.
Oh, like a Ziploc bag.
Make sure you have propane.
Make sure all your stuff is charged.
Yep.
That's my biggest thing. I just don't want to be without power.
Yeah.
And if we are, then at least we have what we need.
Yeah. We were through.
Because I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. Where we're at.
But wind and rain are still an issue wherever.
We went through a real bad ice storm in Missouri.
I think I'm still traumatized from that.
It took like power out for 2 weeks. People were buying generators. I know we went and bought a generator. We weren't together. It was when we were little.
Yeah, I was in middle school.
Yeah, we were little and lived in separate towns. But I mean,
we had to have like all of our family, like relatives, come and stay at our house because we had fireplaces. And
yeah, I was gonna say fireplaces were going. People were chopping wood. All the trees were frozen. It was a bad deal. So we have been through storms. I mean, Missouri always gets a lot of tornadoes too. So over the years, we've just learned kind of the items that work for us to prep. But when we came to Florida, never having experienced a hurricane, we kind of had to just figure out what the must-need items were. And that's kind of what we figured out.
We also have like an emergency kit backpack thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And an emergency like blow-up light lantern thing that also is like a charger.
That's also correct.
People have gifted us quite a few things, which is very helpful.
We have a radio.
A weather radio.
Weather radio. And I think it was my parents that gave it to us, but the little battery case, I'll put a link to some of these items down below because the battery thing's so useful. It's like, it holds all your batteries. So
Battery Daddy.
yeah, I think it's the battery
Daddy.
Battery daddy. That's hard to say. But it's really useful because you can put all sorts of batteries in there and see how many you have, and it's just easy to find. You don't have to go scramble around to find batteries. And then other than that, make sure you take up all loose items, which we're about to do when we go inside. I think be sure just to watch the weather. And with hurricane season upon us, please stay safe. We pray that everybody's safe, and we are just thankful that this go around, not really bad for us, but if you're in the path, please stay safe. And
Still bad enough though. I mean, I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
yeah, that's true.
So
That's true. But anyway, let us know in the comments some other things that maybe are must-haves with storms like this. And like I said, please, please, please stay safe. We're also not like meteorologists or anything, so like just from our experience, this is kind of what we've got. But anyway, it's starting to pick up rain again. We're gonna go unload, take stuff in, and see what the evening brings. With that being said, that does it for today. Thanks for watching.